Little intro music makes it a little better. Gonna take you down under, and I'm gonna show you some things in the jungle that you've never seen before. Maybe you have, maybe not in this format. But with it all being said and done, I'm gonna give you something that you can take home and you can put in your piggy bank. Alright? How about that? Just kidding. Hey guys, today I want to bring to you 7 things that, in my opinion, and based upon what we've been successful with so far as Epik Solutions, that we can show that social media in many ways is a lot better than your normal forms of advertising, such as billboards. I want to talk a lot about that in just a second, but also not only just your billboards, but putting out flyers, putting out signs, and doing different things like people do. There's a lot of creative ways to advertise and market a brand and a name. That's great, but I want to share with you why I think social media is top-notch in comparison to many other forms of marketing, and what kind of platform you're really offered. So first off, talking about a billboard versus social media, you have to understand that one of the largest things that play is the traffic, and taking a dynamic approach versus a static approach. What do I mean by that? A dynamic approach is being able to use several different platforms all at the same time. You can customize it, you can layer it, and you can figure out what works the best. And that's what applies to social media. Whereas a static platform or a static design is more like the billboard and the signs and that kind of thing, because you can only do one thing at a time. If you do that one thing really, really well over and over and over again, that can be great, but then we talk about a lot of money. Do you know how much money it costs simply just to get an ad on the radio? Or how about a television commercial? The NFL exists in part because of the amount of money that television is able to pay them to allow them to pay the ads. And have you ever heard of the Super Bowl? There's so much money that goes into, just in general, just into advertisement. And what if I could share with you some ways that you can use free advertisement to your advantage? And that's what I want to do in this video. 7 different ways, and I'll fly through these, but I'll leave some notes at the bottom so you'll have them. Number 1 is the fact, as I just mentioned, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. Now, if you want to pay for some of the tools and some of the apps and different programs that you can use and download, sure, you're looking at spending some more money. But overall, in most ways possible to the user, social media is not going to charge you no matter the platform you use. So that's an amazing avenue to take. Secondly, as I already mentioned a little bit, is the traffic. You can control traffic. Now let's say you had a billboard on the side of the road and you put it up. It could be the tallest one in town. The thing is that the same people are going to see it usually over and over and over again, unless it's on the interstate, and you get that a lot because, of course, the interstate's covered with all these different billboards. But are you really trying to, take a small local business and push them on down the road on the interstate? Maybe you're trying to draw traffic to them, but overall, you want a way that's going to be able, you want to be able to control who sees your information, who sees your business name, and if you got some a business or some form of setup that or service, a lot of times what happens if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 miles away from the interstate? You're not really drawing a lot of people by putting out that billboard. Just a thought. And talking about number 3, location. With a billboard, as you know, that billboard has one spot that it stays in. Social media is not at all in any way. Now I want to tie number 2 and 3 together here. Location and the traffic. You can't control where you put it after you have already paid for the billboard. In just the like manner, you cannot control the traffic that's going to pass by it. But with social media, you can not only control the location, but you can also control the traffic. You can control who follows you, and once they follow you, what they're going to see and how many times they're going to see it. And even if there's people who say, oh, well, I want to be their friend, but I don't want to follow them or that kind of thing, there's even ways around that. You can actually use Facebook as a means of letting them see that because you target them. I'll talk more about that in a second. Number 4, though, is as many times as desired versus just seeing it once. Once you pass a billboard going 70 miles an hour, are you really going to flip around to go right back and look at it? I never have. Maybe if you wanted to know really, really bad, you could. But when we talk about seeing as many times as desired, you can share it. You can have other people share it, and you can put it in the right groups, the right social media platforms. You can do the same thing over and over again. You can have a theme, and you run the whole month. Every single day, you can post about that over and over and over again. So you can see how that is very dynamic versus a static setup. Number 5, social media is actually networking, whereas a billboard and other forms of signs are not. You put a sign on a car or on a building and you leave it there. That's not really networking. Networking is where you work with people to people, and social media is the realm in which you can. 6 is that you can actually target audiences. Now, this is important when it comes to marketing in general, because usually if you have a product or a service, you're looking for a certain kind of people to offer your niche to. Social media allows you to do that. You can do that through different tools that the social media platform may offer, or you can just do it because of the people you know. You can make a list yourself and think, well, who would like this? Who would like this? And you can actually send them messages. You can post it on your wall. There's so many different options that you're able to use. And then 7th and lastly is that you can actually use multiple messages. You see, with a typical billboard, you can only put one sign up and it only says one thing, or maybe you have a couple bullet points, but overall it's just one message. With social media, you can do several different things. You got video, you can do posts, you can do articles and blogs and vlogs and podcasts and all these different things you can add. And simply put, Epik Solutions, the reason that we're able to be successful in what we do is because through social media networking, we're able to use all these things and more that I just shared with you to take small businesses and get them out there. And no, we're not erecting a huge, tall billboard somewhere. Rather, we're doing something that's more personable, something that actually reaches people, something that actually works off relationships. And I think that that's why we can call ourselves Epik Solutions. So guys, I hope this has been informational. Maybe it's something you can use for your own business, or maybe you can apply it to what you want to do in helping somebody else's business grow. But I'll put our email and everything at the bottom. You can contact us. We'd love to help you. And we're just, right now we're working with these small businesses, but we're seeing some tremendous gains for ourselves and for our clients. And I think it's a good thing. So guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to Epik Solutions, the YouTube channel, and we'll keep you posted every single day, and we'll try to with content just like this. All right, guys? Thanks, y'all. See ya.